Hey everyone, welcome to Dubventures and welcome to another video. It's an interesting one today, guys. I've been refused campervan insurance. So we've had our campervan now for almost a year and it's time to renew the insurance. Now when we got our van, we obviously told our insurance company that it was a van that was going to be converted into a campervan. Now before we got this van, we had another van that we converted into a campervan, a VW T5. Now, we was with the same insurance company and was with that insurance company for about 4 years because that's how long we had the other van for. Now, during that process of having our campervan converted, the only thing that we did to it is we had a rock and roll bed fitted in it, we had the electrics fitted in it like a leisure battery, and we also had a diesel heater fitted in it. Now, during the process of as I was getting all this done, our insurance company insured our campervan as a campervan that was being converted into a campervan. So what that basically means is it's a campervan that's not got like everything done, but we're still adding things to it. Now, when we got our campervan insured, I said, do we need to tell you when we do modifications to the van and things? And they said no, because it's a campervan that's being converted, it kind of like covers it. So for the 4 years that we was insured with our campervan, we just thought, yeah, that's how it is, that's how it's correctly insured. So now we've got our VW Crafter and we're converting that into a campervan. We was with the same insurance company and obviously I told them that when we got the van that we was converting it into a campervan. So our insurance company, they turned around and they said to us, yeah, okay, that's fine. They knew what the vehicle was. We told them how much it was because when we bought it, it was brand new. And basically they turned around and they said, yeah, we can insure it as a campervan in conversion, which the same as the other campervan just basically meant that, yes, it's insured as a campervan and as we're converting it along the way, it's still going to be insured as a campervan. So it's 1 year later. Now we have got the campervan pretty much fully converted now. We've had so many different things done. We've had a lot of modifications done and you know, like I said, we're almost there where for us it's like a campervan like converted with everything. There's just a couple of things that we still need to get done. So we received our campervan insurance renewal. And when I got it, to be fair, I thought this is quite a fair price, to be honest with you. Then I started looking into everything. And one thing that confused me just a little bit was the value of the vehicle was the same as the value of the vehicle a year ago when we got it insured. Now here's the thing, we've spent a lot of money on the van. Van prices have gone up. Converted vehicles that have been converted into a campervan, they've gone up in value. So as I was looking at it, I thought, I need to question this because the vehicle isn't valued as what it was valued a year ago. It's valued more. So at this point I thought, I need to give my insurance company a quick call. So I gave my insurance company a call. When I started speaking to them, every sentence that I was saying, it just got more concerning as I went along, and I thought, I need to like dig a lot further than what I'm being shown on this renewal price. That I was thinking, this isn't right, this. As I was speaking to my insurance company, I started questioning things and I asked them, I said, so if my van is still being insured as a campervan in conversion, why is the vehicle still valued at the same cost that it was valued like almost a year ago when I got the vehicle? And they explained to me that as the campervan wasn't fully sort of like converted as a campervan, that's how much they value it at. So I said to them, yes, but the thing is, I've spent this amount of money on the van and I've had like all these different things done and the value of the vehicle is actually more. It was at this point I actually said to them as well, do you not actually need to know everything that I've had done to the vehicle? And they turned around and said, well no, because it's a campervan in conversion. And straight away I just thought, I want you to know all the things that I've had done because, you know, you're supposed to sort of like tell your insurance company these things. But it just seemed that like the campervan in conversion seemed to cover everything. For me, I wasn't really happy about this because I wanted my insurance company to know all the work that I've had done and I wanted them to know everything that was like in the vehicle as well. And not only that, I'd had some modifications done as well that my insurance company hadn't asked me about, and I looked through the paperwork and it didn't say had I had any more modifications done. But I had modifications done, but they weren't asking me about it. So I thought, I need to volunteer this information because, again, I just thought, I just find it hard to believe that it's like, here's your insurance like renewal price. I could have just paid it, but they don't know anything that I've had done to the van. So at this point, I said to them, look, what I want to do is I want to tell you everything that I've had done because the vehicle value is a lot more than what you're saying it's insured for. Now, before I started telling them about everything that we've had done, I also said to them that I've had some modifications done as well. And I asked them, is the modifications I've had done part of the campervan and conversion? And you know what? They didn't know the answer to that. They had to go and find out. So they got back on the phone and they said to me, well, what modifications have you had done? And again, at this point, I was getting really concerned. So I started to tell them everything that we'd had done. We told them that we had the elevated bed done. We told them we had the leisure battery done. We told them that we had the diesel heater. Basically, we went through everything that we'd had done. And then when I told them that, I also said to them, and we've also had some modifications done, and I told them that we've had some like alloy wheels fitted and things. So what they did is, I told them all the information, and again, they went away and they looked at it and everything. And when they got back on the phone, they started like talking about like questioning like this different things that had done, you know, where did we get it done and like how much did it cost and things. And as I was doing that, I asked them, I said, look, are alloy wheels considered as part of a campervan conversion? And do you know what? They didn't really know the answer. And I said to them, well, have I done the right thing by sort of like telling you that we've got alloy wheels on the van? And it was like, oh yeah, you know, we need to know things like that. Wait a minute. They gave me an insurance sort of like renewal, told me that I could pay it, continue to be insured with them, but they didn't know that the vehicle had alloy wheels and different like modifications done. So I had to volunteer that information that they wouldn't have known about if I'd have not told them. Now, if I'd have just said, oh yeah, I'll accept that renewal, wait a minute, they didn't know about that. Now, we all know that if you don't disclose certain like modifications, your insurance can become sort of like void if you need to use the services. So straight away I was like, well, that's concerning. Had I have not volunteered this information, they wouldn't have known that. I also told them that we'd had a bull bar fitted as well. And when I told them that, they didn't really know what that meant. They had to go away again, have a look at it and everything. Anyway, again, another modification that the renewal said that we don't have, it didn't say on there that we have to tell them about it. It just gave the renewal that if I'd have paid it, nobody would have known any different about all the things that we'd had done. So they got back on the phone after doing all the research and everything, got on the phone and they said to me, what do I value the vehicle at? So I told them what the vehicle's valued at, because I know, because you can go online and you can see how much like the vehicle's valued for. I told them that, and again, they went away, did the research and everything. Then they got back on the phone, and you won't believe what they said to me. They actually turned around and said to me, we're refusing your campervan insurance. And I was like, excuse me? They said, oh yeah, with the vehicle value and all that, now hear this word, all the modifications that you've had done and things, we cannot insure you on your campervan as a campervan in conversion. But wait a minute, you've sent me a renewal, and again, if I'd have not volunteered this information to you, you like still would have insured me, but because I've told you all the information, you're now saying that you can't insure me. And they was like, yeah, that's correct. Guys, you need to think about that. You need to think about that, because how many people is there that get their insurance quote for their campervan and they go, oh, that's a really, really good price. I'm going to get the van insured as a campervan, like, you know, in conversion or a campervan and things. You need to look more into it, because what I found out with the insurance company is it's not as simple as that where you just accept your renewal, as I found out. So what did I do? So I did what most other people would do. Started going on sort of like different websites and things like that, getting quotes for different campervan insurance companies. Guess what? Told them everything, told them every single detail. They wouldn't insure me. Or some companies come up with a price that was quite clear that meant that, yeah, you won't be getting insured with us. It was at this stage that I thought I need to do some like research, like take my time and do some research, because I need to find a company that is going to insure the campervan for exactly like all the work that it's had done, the value that the campervan is, all the modifications that it got done. So like I said, I had to do some research, and do you know what? Doing this research, it took quite a bit of time. But do you know what? We found an insurance company that I have to say is like no other that I've ever spoke to with any insurance company ever. So I found an insurance company that when I spoke to them, and what I did was when I like spoke to the people that like was doing the quotes and things, I went through everything. I told them about like my other insurance company, like what they said, the renewal quote, like what they said, the fact that I had to volunteer all the information, and basically everything that I've just told you guys, I told this insurance company. When I spoke to the insurance company, they turned round and they actually said to me, this is quite a common thing that people are getting their campervans insured and they're not being insured correctly. I told this insurance company everything, every little bit of like work that we'd had done, the conversion work, the modification work, and I was on the phone to them for quite a while. And you know, I actually said to them, you know, should I be telling you all this information? And he was like, of course you should be telling us all this information. And I was like, do you know what, this is like, I feel like really good that I'm actually speaking to a company that understands what I'm saying, and I told them everything. Now, when I told them all the information about all the work and everything that we had done, they said they asked me, what do I value the vehicle at? Now, I told them this, and straight away, they didn't have to go away and start speaking to people and things like that. Straight away, they agreed the value of what we valued the campervan at. Now, here's the thing. The company that I was speaking to, they only deal with campervans, and they knew exactly, they already knew how much the vehicle was valued at, and they actually knew, they know about VW crafters, you know, they know about all campervans like Volkswagen Transporters, they know what they're valued at, and they know that when you've done the work to them and things like that, they know what they're worth, because, you know, generally these vehicles are worth more than what they are on like a book price. A couple of things that the insurance company said as a requirement, which is obviously it's beneficial for us, is they required a gas certificate for the, obviously because we've got a kitchen, like cooker and things like that in the van, they required a gas certificate for health and safety. And they also required that the vehicle has to have a tracker fitted. Now, we don't have a tracker fitted on the van, and at first, to be honest with you, initially I thought, oh, having a tracker fitted on the van, that's just an initial cost. There's more to that. Now, what we're going to do today, guys, we're actually going getting a tracker fitted. Going over to Car Specialist Customs, we're getting a tracker fitted. So, let's get there, tell you more about what's going on with our insurance. So guys, we're here at Car Specialist Customs. We're getting the tracker fitted and everything. Now, obviously, I'm not going to film the installation and anything like that, but we are going to go through everything later on, and I'll introduce you to Ali, who's fitting it as well. So, and while we're here, they do a lot of different things here, but they do like headlining roofs. I mean, I don't know what the technical term for it is, but you can like have your LED lights fitted into it. Interesting. Just for your information as well, they do actually do window tinting as well. So guys, I'm just sat with Ali at the moment. I will say one thing, I have learned a lot today, I've been like asking him so many questions and everything. But this is Ali. Now, what I want to do first of all is, because I thought a tracker was just a tracker, it's as simple as that. Explain, what is a tracker?
Right, so a tracker is basically a device that allows you to track the car, see where it goes, and gives you a good idea of where the car's been and a bit of history behind it. Now, when it comes to trackers for devices, there's a couple of different versions you can go for. You can go for an insurance approved version or a non-insurance approved version. Obviously, you've gone for an insurance approved version, which basically allows yourself and the tracking company to monitor the car a bit more thoroughly.
But I didn't know that basically at the press of a button, either by myself or by the tracker company, we can disable this vehicle. If it's like moved and it's like obviously not authorized, we can actually disable the vehicle from your phone, can't you? Now, I didn't know a tracker could do that. And obviously I was saying before that, you know, oh yeah, it's an extra expense about getting a tracker fitted, but obviously it's not the case, is it?
So especially on a van like this, you would have spent a lot, invested a lot. A tracker itself, when it comes to security, it's not necessarily going to stop a car from getting stolen. Now, what we always do is we'd recommend a customer to pair it up with an immobilizer. So the immobilizer is the part that would stop the vehicle from getting taken to start off with. And with the tracking, it basically allows you to control the immobilizer a bit more thoroughly. So with yours, exactly. One, no one can take the car to start off with. But in the event, if the car ever was taken, you know exactly where it is. You can still stop it. You can deadlock it, which in essence stops the car from starting again.
Which is what I was saying before.
So it gives you total security of the car.
Amazing. Honestly, I've learned so much today. A tracker isn't just a case of like, oh, get one fitted because your insurance company wants it. It's like, it's a no-brainer. We've been like chatting about all the scenarios that you've seen, because obviously he's seen all the reports of vehicles going missing and everything, because this is the industry he works in. If your pride and joy is worth a certain amount of money that isn't required to have a tracker by your insurance company, let me tell you now, from what I've learned today, I would recommend that you guys do look into getting a tracker system fitted. Get a tracker fitted, you get an app and you can sort of like control everything. You can see where the vehicle is, like with a map.
Where the car is at the minute. So this is where we're based, in Rochdale. It shows you the location of the car, and it gives a bit more information as well. So it tells us stuff like if the ignition's on, if the ignition's off. With this particular tracker, you need to have a tag. If the car started without the tag present, the car won't start, but it also triggers an alert, so yourself and the tracking company will know that the car's someone's attempted to start the car. The tag's not present, and yeah, you'll basically get an alert. The tag's still here, it will allow us to start the car. So if I put the key in the ignition, foot's on the brake, it'll allow us to start the car. Now if I was to turn the car off, we can actually go into the app and send a command to basically immobilize it. So even with the key present, we can stop the car from being started. So we'll send the command through. Just give it a couple of seconds for it to let us know that this it successfully delivered the command. And if we were to try start the car now, even with the key here, it just won't start. That's the benefit of this system.
So guys, we've actually had this tracker fitted by Car Specialist Customs, CSC for short. We've done our research and everything. These are the guys to get these fitted with. Now, I'll put everything in the description that you need to know. I'll put a link to the website and everything, but you do need to check these guys out. And what I will say is, I do recommend this company. If you've got any questions or anything, give Ali a call. I'm going to put all the phone number and everything in the details. But also, they do a lot of other things, because I'm actually coming back here to get some other things done as well. But we will be showing things like that in another video, and it is relevant to the big European road trip that we're doing next year. So guys, we're going home now. So we've got the tracker fitted. I have to say, if you are looking at getting a tracker fitted to your vehicle, I really do recommend Ali and his team. They're so helpful, and like I said, I've been asking them so many questions and different things when they was doing the install and everything, you know, but really helpful. So if you got any questions or anything, do give them a call, because they're really friendly, really helpful. Like I said, all the details are in the description. So what I'm going to do now is, when you get a tracker fitted, you get like a certificate emailed to you. I'm going to get that forwarded over to my insurance company now, and then that way they've got a copy that a tracker's been fitted. So guys, what I will say is, if anything from this video, when you're insuring your campervan, you need to be certain that you know exactly how your campervan's being insured, what's covered, and is everything being covered as well. Because as you've seen in this video, it's not always a case that you get your renewal, that it's just a case of, oh yeah, you know, let's do it. And like I said, you do have to sometimes volunteer the information about your campervan, or any other vehicle for that matter, that, you know, just because they don't ask you, you need to tell them. The insurance company that we've gone with, they're called A-Plan Insurance, and they are a campervan specialist insurance. And you know what? I do recommend them. What I'll do is, I'll put all the details in the description below, and then if you want to give Rob or Ollie or any of the team a call there, give dubventures a mention and they will look after you, because like I said, we've been speaking to them a lot. Mention dubventures and they will look after you. Thank you for watching. Until the next one guys, bye for now.